The CNN investigation looks into a high-ranking employee at the Office of Personnel and Management, the agency that sent out the mass email asking federal workers to justify their jobs. That high-ranking employee has been filming influencer videos that promote what she's wearing on social media from inside her government office.
It looks just like any other influencer video. A young woman posing in front of a camera over and over and over again, showing off her trendy but timeless professional fashion. But she's no ordinary influencer, and that's no ordinary office. Her name is McLaurin Pinover, and she's the Trump administration's new director of communications for the Office of Personnel Management, or OPM, which manages federal employees. All of these videos were shot in her government office, right here at OPM headquarters in Washington, D.C., ground zero for Trump's plan to cut thousands of workers from the federal government in the name of efficiency. Inside her office, Pinover captures video at her desk, putting on makeup, modeling new outfits to her 800 followers.
Yes, it's exactly what it looks like. The director of communications for the office that's firing tons of federal workers is using her time in her office to show off her outfits on the gram. But there's more.
Pinover markets clothes on her account. Using what's called affiliate links, she could get a portion of any item sold through her Instagram page, like this $475 skirt or $300 dress, but it's unclear whether she's made any money. On February 13th, the day 20 people on her communications team lost their jobs, she posted a moment for mixed patterns. And the week when her agency demanded all federal employees list 5 things they did that week, she posted the Businesswoman Special. As OPM spokeswoman, she defended the memo at the time as a commitment to an efficient and accountable federal workforce. Some of this does appear to have happened on the clock. We were actually looking at her account this morning, Erin. She posted a couple of Instagram stories during normal business hours. You can also see the time on her watch in at least one of the videos she filmed, all during work hours. Now, about 15 minutes after CNN reached out to her requesting comment, her Instagram account was deleted. She declined to comment officially to CNN, but we did comment from former OPM workers who told us, quote, "Are you kidding me? That's my office."
I'm not even sure why she deleted her account after being busted by CNN. When there are no guardrails or oversight and your supporters enjoy being lied to and screwed over, you can do whatever you want. Be as hypocritical as possible, and you can still expect praise. And before we embraced authoritarianism, things like this would destroy a president and his oligarchs' credibility. But in fascist America, Trump and Elon decide to sell cars instead.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy, and I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets, and number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life to doing this. I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people. And I just want people to know that you can't be penalized for being a patriot. And he's a great patriot. And he's also done an incredible job with Tesla. And I mean, nobody else has a car company started up in the last 30 years that's been successful. I don't think so. And not only successful, but super successful. And because he's able to find billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud and waste and all of the things. I mean, our country is going to be very strong very soon because of a lot of the things that he's done and a lot of the things that I'm doing. And there's no better team, but there's no better for what we're doing. There's nobody like this, and he shouldn't be penalized. And when I watched the other day, I said, I can't believe it. It should be the opposite. People should be going wild, and they love the product, but because he's finding all sorts of terrible things that have taken place against our country, they want to penalize him in an economic sense. And I just think that's very unfair. So I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one.
You know, by this time next week, he'll be hosting that communications spokesperson in that same office that she does no work out of to promote her influencer page that CNN unfairly exposed. And while you look for a job and watch your retirement savings dwindle, they'll tell you how ungrateful you are.
Your message, President Trump, buying a new car, while there are some folks who will see this clip at home and they are struggling with their retirement accounts down at the moment, uncertainty about work ahead.
Well, I think they're going to do great. I think our country had to do this. We had to go and do this. They've taken away, other countries have taken away our business. They've taken away our jobs. I did it. initially very strongly against, as you know, China and some others in the first term. And it was a very successful term. We had no inflation. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. And then we had COVID, which we had to straighten out. So I didn't want to
All
be
right,
doing
we just wanted to get Peter Doocy's questions in.
He literally doesn't give a damn. And he can't even muster enough energy to act like he gives a damn. You know, there's a short list of excuses, escapes, and deflections that these guys take when they're asked anything about being accountable to the American people. It usually includes things like calling themselves the victim or lying about how bad of an economy or foreign policy situation that Biden gave them, blaming immigrants or minorities, scaring people with fake crime stats, or in this case, telling people that they're okay with the devastation that he and Musk are intentionally putting them through. Did we illegally fire you from your job and you're not sure about your mortgage payments in the next couple of months? Who cares? Go out and buy a new Tesla so that Elon will stop whining about being a spoiled leech. He even posted about it. Wow, people are loving Elon, a great patriot. Nice to see. DJT. In an attempt to avoid the upcoming pitchforks and guillotines long enough to make it to their main objective of passing tax cuts for the rich and corporations, he's got his state media propagandist Sean Hannity on board too, claiming that he's buying a Tesla while sending people to his site to win one of their own. You can literally trust snake oil and used car salesmen more than this group of bloodsuckers. He legit has a Tesla sweepstakes to drive traffic to his site where they probably don't even plan to give anything away. Because they just don't care.
Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump's current approval rating, according to our brand new CNN poll conducted by SSRS, is 45%. His disapproval, Sarah, is at 54%. He's clearly upside down, underwater, any expression you want to use to say this is not where any president would want to be. And if you look, though, over time, that 45% number, that was actually his high watermark in all of CNN's polling throughout his first administration.
What about the economy specifically? How are people feeling about the job he's doing there and the economy as a whole?
The economy. It is by far issue number one for voters. Nothing really comes close overall for Americans. And on that score, he's actually performing a tick below his overall approval rating. 44% approve of his handling of the economy. You see that there below his job overall there, the economy 44%. 56%, Sarah, disapprove. He is minus 12 percentage points on the issue that Americans say is the most important.
When an authoritarian finally has his power and is clearly finding ways to dismantle our entire country as quickly as possible, he has no reason to pay attention to how many people disapprove of him. He and his cronies are getting what they want. He doesn't need anyone's approval. Not even from their old buddies at conservative media that still think they care about justifying themselves, even to their conservative audiences.
I wasn't going to say it, but again, I used to co-host with the transportation secretary. Some of the people in communications at the White House, in the Treasury, will not respond to the show, trying to just book anybody to talk about this economy.
So you're saying
they won't even answer the show. But Scott Bessent goes on one of the lowest rated shows on another network. I mean, you could open the window and shout out of the window in the middle of New York City.
He did speak with Kudlow at the economic
No, I know. I'm just saying that if they want to communicate with the American people, then...
Well, he's trying to communicate to the
So I'm calling him out.
Here's the thing.
Like, you know what? The people who work for these Treasury secretaries need to answer a text message.
By the way, I know
it's
that.
shameful.
I know that.